Welcome. My name is Gideon Emery, and I voice Lorthamar in World of Warcraft Midnight.
And my name's Keston John, and I voice Tarundo the Grizzled. Today we'll be reading The Bitter Truth.
Chapter 2. A Toast.
Yes, Regent Lord. I was there the day you were captured. Zhou Jin enjoyed himself too much. Let you escape. Cost me brothers that day. But I never hated him for it. Our war had seared his soul to ash long before you crossed his path.
Yes, I remember meeting you.
Figured you would eventually.
On a different day. Decades prior.
Elves have more years than me. Too many decades. And I would have been a child.
Indeed. An Amani boy in Zentamani village, perhaps. So, tell me, before they named you General, before they called you the Grizzled, in which village did you grow up, Tarundo? Is something wrong? You look troubled. In which village did you live? Perhaps that's the wrong question. If one was destroyed while you were a child, you would have to find shelter in many villages.
Such a clever elf you are. Yes, I grew up in Zentamani, as did many Amani children, plenty of whom experienced the dignified ways of the High Elves. That does not mean you saw me there.
You specifically? No, I don't remember that. This would have been 60 years ago. What I remember most is what sent us to that village. The bodies decorating the caravans. Civilians. Children. Quite profane, even for the Amani. Had you done it to soldiers, it would have angered us. But to desecrate the common folk? You had our attention. And that of Ranger General Larissa Windrunner. Some in Silvermoon thought her soft on the Amani. All because she believed in proportional responses. The stories of our actions in the following days. It quelled those criticisms for many years. Thankfully, it was easy to track the raiders. Amateurish work. But then, cruelty is rarely employed by the competent. We followed them to what was your village, celebrating their grand victory. There must have been a full wagon of wine in that caravan. We watched them through the night, let them put themselves into a stupor. When sunrise came, we simply walked in. Was this not your village?
It was.
As I said, I don't remember you. I recognize your features, though. Not a child's features. Who in your family was among that raiding party? Your father? A cousin, perhaps?
An uncle.
He had your brow, your frame. Though not your sense of strategy. More's the pity. It was disappointing to capture the whole lot without taking a single wound. They even had a cache of our blades, yet were too drunk to use them. We had to find our satisfaction somewhere. I'm sure you understand.
I certainly do.
Do you remember how we executed them? How we made sure they felt exactly what those in the caravan had felt?
Hard to forget. It was a messy scene. But as you say, cruelty is rarely employed by the competent.
Your village harbored butchers, and had paid the price.
Our blacksmith didn't harbor anybody. He simply cried out when you killed his meat. One of you made it so he never cry out again. And you'll remember the thatched buildings that you set aflame. Not empty.
A terrible thing, War.
I don't remember you either. I was 3, perhaps 4. You look like evil spirits, gleaming, shining blades, moving from one unarmed Amani to the next. You, completely invincible. Us, completely helpless.
Then we did our work well.
Quite well. The survivors fled, ran to Amanizar, and then, when grown, rallied to the banner of a warlord who promised every one of you would pay in blood. And you, in fact, did. As you said, a terrible thing, War.
A war that seems close to ending, finally. Your leader seems especially desperate these days. I never thought your people would be begging my people for aid.
Begging. Chieftain Zuljara never asked for anything. Liadrin offered her help freely, as did others, to fight our mutual enemy. You look unhappy. The Twilight's blade nearly finished the job you never could. All you had to do was watch. Just like we did when the Scourge carved your kingdom in half and told you. And on we go. Goodbye for now.